Hi guys, this is Ryan, aka Sir Mix-a-Lot at Mahalo Video Games, and this is an educational video on how to play through a season in Madden 2011 on the All Madden difficulty. For more videos in this series, visit mahalo.com/Madden11-franchise. And if you have any requests, send them over to requests at mahalo.com. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and comment on this video. Hey guys, and welcome to the fourth quarter of my Week 15 game against the Houston Texans. Houston has a 1-point lead, and I was just forced to punt them the ball to end the third quarter. They're trying to get a screen set up out to the flats for Arian Foster, and he's not able to come down with the ball right there. So we're going to get a 2nd and 10 attempt right here. And if they score, I could be in trouble because that's going to force me to have to go for 2. And Jacoby Jones catches the ball right there for a first down, I believe. Yeah, that's going to be first down. And he's not doing that too much in real life. I should know he's on my fantasy team. And he wouldn't be anymore, except for my fantasy is pretty hardcore. You have to pay money to add drop players. So, my financial situation aside, I'm just not willing to drop some cash to pick up another guy. That and the fact that my fantasy league is 12 teams and we go 16 rounds in the draft, so there's really not much left after the draft is over with. So it's usually not worth it to try and pick up anybody. And they're going to be a little bit short. This is going to set up 3rd and inches. If I were them, I would definitely just hand the ball off to Arian Foster right here. He's been money so far in the second half, and that's what they're going to do, except they're going to go on the outside, and Arian Foster is going to get to the outside, and he's going to score a touchdown right here. So that's going to be trouble for me as long as they make this extra point. It's going to set up an 8-point lead for the Texans. So now I need to score and get a 2-point conversion, and that'll be just enough to tie it. So, see here, and Chris Johnson almost able to cut that back to get free there. And I'm going to set up a screen, try and set one up out to the left right here with Chris Johnson. But I've also got Kenny Britt coming across the middle just in case. And Chris Johnson with a great spin move right there, blows by 2 guys. And another spin move, but that leads him right into a defender. But a huge gain right there for Chris Johnson to bring us close to 3 minutes left in the game. So, do some crossing routes right here. And out to Ahmad Hall, who the ball hits him right in the face. Right in the back of the head, I guess. So that's unfortunate. Now I was going to set up I am setting up a draw play, and I'm bringing over Justin Gage to get one extra blocker over there. He's now got 80 yards, Chris Johnson does. And it's bringing us real close to the 2-minute warning here. Going to try and get this out around the edge, and able to do that, and Chris Johnson able to pick up a big gain, and that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning with the accelerated clock runoff. And as soon as we go, Arian Foster with 124 yards after that last long TD. So gonna have to pick up the touchdown here. And Bo Scaife gets it, and he's going to only make it to the 6-yard line. So we're going to have a 2nd and 6. I guess technically I still can pick up a first down here if I can get this to like the 1-inch line. Going to run some crossing routes here and then some underneath routes for my 2 wideouts. And Vince Young is just going to try and get to the edge right here, and he's going to do that and walk it in for the touchdown. Not so much walk it in as run it in, screaming for his life. And now I'm going to be forced to go for 2 here to try and tie this game up. And I really do need this. Going to try and get this with Chris Johnson on the run right here. I'm going to set this up, trying to go right up the middle. And it's right there for me, and that was huge. That is makes it a whole different ball game. If I don't tie that up, then the Texans are just running down the clock on me and forcing me to call my timeouts. And if they get a first down, the game's over. So now Houston is going to be put in a position where they're going to have to try and score. And they're going to get a pretty good return here from Slayton to the 26-yard line. And 3 wide receivers set here with Andre Johnson all by his lonesome out to the right. And now they're motioning Owen Daniels over to the outside. And I'm going to take control of the underneath guy and try and make sure that doesn't happen. They were going to go to Owen Daniels, who was wide open. Luckily for me, my lineman knocks that ball down. So, again, going to take control of this underneath guy who, they go to Owen Daniels, and this is going to set up a huge 3rd and 4. And Owen Daniels down with an injury. That's big. He is very deadly, especially in these short yardage situations. So, again, I'm going to play this underneath guy, trying to make sure that they can't get it out there. And they go deep, and Cortland Finnegan is there to break that up. So with 1:19 left, they're going to have to punt this away because it's too big of a risk to try and go for it here on the 32-yard line. That basically gives me the game. And they were forced to call a timeout when Owen Daniels went down, and nice block there on the outside. And Chris Johnson makes a sweet spin move, but it unfortunately leads him right into the defense. So now I'm on their side of the field, barely on the 49-yard line. But if I can get in a field goal range here, I can win this game with a field goal. And Chris Johnson with a hole up the middle. And as long as he can hold on to that ball, it's an 8-yard gain. It's 100 rushing yards on the day for Chris Johnson. Minute left in the game. The clock's still running. Houston not taking their timeouts yet because I'm not in field goal range yet, or at least not close enough to be comfortable. But I'm getting there now, and now Houston is going to start to call their timeouts. Try and at least have as much time on the clock as possible for if they get the ball back. But I should be able to just run the clock down and kick the field goal as time expires. So another game-winning field goal attempt for Baronis on this season. And a nice hole there for Chris Johnson up the middle. Almost able to get around that last guy. It's going to set up 3rd and 5, and I can run it one more time, run the clock down, and then get a field goal. And Chris Johnson, that's just going to center it for me right there. It's going to make the field goal nice and neat down the middle. And I'm going to let the clock run down, call timeout, and then kick that field goal.
They wanted me to wear a helmet that day, and I said, I am not a retard.
And I'm going to call that timeout with 2 seconds left. So 3-mile-per-hour wind going from right to left. And this is going to be a 44-yard field goal attempt. And that's going to be right there. And a game-winning field goal again for Rob Baronis to continue my miraculous undefeated season and extend my streak to 14 games in a row. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and that you will join me in Week 16. Thank you.
One player rose above the rest today. Here's the Doritos Crunch Time play of the game. Our final score is Tennessee 31, Houston 28. This has been a